Kenya by the national government. And the machines are like somebody sells you a new car but without an engine. They have never been used. And at the same time, you are still paying for it.
You have a practical case?
Yes, even in Makueni. They are everywhere. And what happens in many hospitals in Kenya, you go, you need a scan, you are sent from the government hospital to a private hospital to do a scan, and then come back, to be treated. And that is really happening, and this is a big scam, which I believe the Minister of Health should sort out as quickly as possible. That's why they tell you the software has been taken away.
Yeah.
People demanding for more money. These machines are even leased. And therefore, I think it's a high time this was checked. And this is another case whereby the county governments are not being allowed to do their job. Health has never been devolved. Agriculture has never been devolved. Water has never been devolved. It's all stuck at the national government, and all the deals are being done at the ministry's level. Yet the ministries are supposed to provide, policy of devolution. And very little should be happening at the national level. All these activities are activities of the governor. They have not been followed by their funding. And that's why the counties are still underfunded. And the counties are really struggling with the health in the country. You know, we have people celebrating at a devolution conference, yet there is no medicine in the counties, and there is serious trouble in the counties when it comes to health. So this particular program, I think, is a high time. The Minister Duale did something. He has inherited a lot of trouble from previous CSS in the Ministry of Health. It is something he needs to take it up quickly and make sure that the whole deal is reorganized, and it is something which should even go to cabinet.
Yeah.
And allow counties, to have their own way. Let these machines be returned. Of course, there will be a breach of contract, but it is a big scandal. They should go back to the owners, or they donate them to the country, or they sell them to the counties, so that counties can be able to sort out this issue.
Senator Dan Maanzo has raised concerns about the state of the Social Health Authority SHA, saying the entire system is not working as it should be. He believes that unless a proper review is carried out, the situation will only get worse for ordinary Kenyans who depend on public health care services. His concerns reflect the frustration that many people feel when trying to get medical attention from government facilities. Maanzo has pointed out that healthcare services in Kenya are now fully devolved. This means counties have the responsibilities of running hospitals and clinics. In his view, Kenyans should be able to walk into the nearest health facility and get treated without long delays or unnecessary referrals. However, this is not happening in many parts of the country, leaving patients stranded or forced to seek help elsewhere. According to the senator, one of the most biggest problem is the referral of patients from public hospitals to private ones. This happens mostly when government facilities lack the right machines, equipment, or supplies to handle cases. The cost of treatment in private hospitals is often too high for ordinary Kenyans, creating a situation where people are denied their right to affordable health care. To him, this practice looks like a scam that exploits the poor instead of protecting them. The Ministry of Health has been asked to urgently address this matter, but Maanzo feels that there is no reason for Kenyans to suffer in hospitals that are supposed to serve them. He believes that the ministry should step in quickly and provide the counties with the resources and oversight they need to deliver proper healthcare services. This is especially important because healthcare is one of the most basic needs for every citizen. Maanzo has also turned his attention to the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Eden Duale, who was recently given a responsibility over the Ministry of Health. The senator say Duale has inherited a system that is deeply troubled. From the onset, he is dealing with a network of challenges that go beyond individual hospitals and affect the entire structure of SHA. This makes his work even harder as he tries to restore public confidence in the sector. The senator has emphasized that counties are underfunded, which leaves them struggling to provide even the most basic medical services. Hospitals in rural areas often lack medicine, equipment, and trained staff. At the same time, referral hospitals in larger towns are overwhelmed by the high number of patients who cannot find help at the smaller facilities. This chain reaction shows how underfunding at the county level end up hunting health services everywhere. He has stressed that this is not just about money, but about planning and oversight. In his view, if funds are allocated properly and monitored carefully, counties can do much more with the resources they already receive. He argues that leadership and accountability must be strengthened so that hospitals can provide quality service consistently.
An average scan in Kenya costs 15,000 shillings, an average scan, and very few people can afford that. And when it comes to oversighting, first of all, there is a national, there is a committee of health, both in National Assembly and in Senate. The one in National Assembly is supposed to do appropriation mainly and oversight the national government mainly. But the one in the Senate is supposed to oversight the operations at the county level.
Yeah.
And with the interference of the national government with quite a number of things contracted at the national level, you find it is very, very difficult to oversight. And that's why the Department of Health has been having challenges at the devolution level because of these national activities which affect them directly.
Yeah.
When there was a procurement of a system for 104 billion, which I believe we are still paying for, first of all, it never went through tendering. It was just, procured without following the law. And now everybody in Kenya has to be forced to fundraise 104 billion. In one way or another. And then when it comes to the claims, not only these national government hospitals, county government hospitals, but also the faith-based hospitals and the private hospitals. There has been a big challenge when it comes to claims, and therefore, you see health services, the government is assisted by the health-based hospitals. But the moment you don't pay them, if there is even a problem paying a government entity like a county, and then a county hospital, then now you have the health-based hospitals, then you don't pay them, including the private hospitals. Most of them are rejecting SHA. If you are on SHA, sorry, we are taking cash. You just go look for a hospital which can accommodate your insurance, or we are dealing with other insurances, not